Hey everyone, it's Jessica and I'm back with another layout for Off the Board with Pineapple Papers, and today I'm scrap lifting this layout by Chantal McDaniel. It's been on my Pinterest board for a long time. It's actually from Scrapbook.com gallery, and I have chosen this one. So just bear with me because today is going to be a little bit of an adventure. We have had the stomach bug in our house for the past week and it's been pretty miserable. So it literally took me about a week to get this layout done, which is not like me. So what I've done here is I have pulled out actually a scrap of paper that I had just laying that was just perfect size for this in that wood grain in, I don't even know what collection that was from because again, it was a scrap. So it's probably, if I had to guess, maybe Echo Park or something like that. But I have all these little miscellaneous kits and embellishments that are in just a camping bin that I keep here. So I'm just pulling random bits and pieces from that, and also some random pieces that one of my friends sent me, which is laying there on my table right now on the right. And I'm going to use some of those. So I've cut my paper down and I've distressed that edge, and I'm just going to attach it to the blue piece of paper behind it so it peeks out on the side. And I'm probably doing this the hard way, but I didn't want to waste all this paper, so I just cut it with my scissors there, and I will straighten up that edge on my paper cutter then. There's probably a way easier way to line that up. I was actually going to use my glass mat to line that up and make it 12 by 12 on there and just kind of cut a strip of the blue and line it up, but I thought that would be harder to do it that way, so that's why I did it the way that I did. Then I'm just going to string a piece of twine down my layout to kind of anchor everything. The Scraplift photo kind of looked like it had some washi tape or something, maybe some paper there kind of anchoring her photos and everything. So I really liked that effect, but I thought I would use twine for mine instead to kind of make it look like everything is attached to it. So I have these little pins that my friend sent me, and they are actually literally pins. So what I did was I actually cut that pin part off just using my little wire cutters, and then I'm going to use glue dots to adhere that to my layout because I really like them, but I just need them to be flat for in my book. I like this little tag. I stick it down here, but then I end up moving it. I really fiddle a lot with this layout. I had a lot of struggles with it. I was really under the weather whenever I made this one. And I needed to sit down and create something, but yet I had literally no energy. And I was doing my best with what I was given and taking care of all three of my kiddos that were also sick at the time. Actually, Onyx didn't really get sick. She's my baby girl, and she, thank God, didn't really seem like she got it. So that was amazing, and she was an absolute angel the entire time, which was great. But unfortunately, everybody else in my house got it, so it was not fun. But we're doing better now and on the mend, so that's all good. Here I am using a couple little elements of these puffy stickers by Simple Stories. I kept trying to pull them into this layout because the colors did seem to match with what I was working on, but I didn't really have like the earthy feel to this layout, if that makes sense. I had more of just the camping theme going on in the mountains, so I'm trying to stick with that and kind of keep the pinks and oranges, those kind of colors, and some of those blues, but on the lighter spectrum of it. So I try to keep everything matching, but yeah, I am mixing stashes again and kind of using bits and pieces from random collections. Those two stickers were from Vicky Boutin, and you guys know that I have been mixing and matching all of my collections lately, but that's not a typical thing for me, and it's not something I usually do. So it's been fun, and I've been enjoying kind of using up all those random bits. So there, I just used one of my jumbo tape rolls to pop up that photo and make it a little bit dimensional. And as you can see, I've matted them all with some white cardstock, and I'm just picking out a couple little wordy bits because that's how the lift had it. Chantal's layout had some little wordy bits on the top and the bottom, kind of staggered around her photos. So I'm gonna kind of keep that same theme and feel for my layout as well. And then this, I was really bound and determined to use all of these up on this layout, but I just couldn't make that green thermos work on this one. So I guess I'll have it later for another one. And also I think I have that lake one as well left over. I try to make it work. As you'll see, I'm fiddling with these little wordy bits for a while. I end up moving them around a couple times. I end up sticking the camper down, and then I end up pulling all of this back up because I just didn't like the flow of it and how it was looking. So I kind of move things around. I peel some stuff back off. I put some stuff back down. So this layout was a real struggle for me, but I really do like how the end one turned out. It just took me a little longer for this one. So I'm just pulling out some more random embellishments here. These are some more embellishments that my friend sent to me, and I'm just going to use some 3D film squares to pop this little lantern up. Sorry you can't see it very well in this video. It does have a glare from my light above, so my apologies. It's always kind of right there in the middle where everything is right there. So I'm just going to look through all of these little random embellishments that I have in my camping theme collection. These are from all different collections, so Echo Park, Simple Stories, Photo Play probably is in there, you name it. That's just leftover sticker sheets that are cut apart and die cuts. But I kind of like that they're all thrown into one little bin now, so I can just root through them and see what I can use. And I'm going to cut apart my little sticker sheets that you see me using here too and add those in as well. So just adding little bits here and there. I really like these little cute mountain stickers, so I'm going to throw those on there. I'm pulling out some flair from Scrap and Happy Studio, and you see that thread that's sitting on my desk. It's been sitting there the whole time through this layout. I am actually going to use that at some point here, but I actually cut out the second time that I used it on the second flair. But I mean, you guys get the idea. You know what I do with it. I usually kind of twiddle it in behind those epoxy flair and just use glue dots to attach them, and then I just stick them down to my layout with glue dots too. So you've seen me do that before, I'm sure, and you know that's how that works. And I'm just pulling a couple other little random sticker bits off of this Simple Stories sticker book. I have said it before and I'll say it again. I love these sticker books that come in the Simple Stories collections because they are just jam-packed with so many things. And I love how they do the letters and the phrases, and they also do the little label stickers, which I absolutely love. They're probably my favorite. And then they just throw in other collective things that match. So I just absolutely love those little books. Sometimes I buy 2 of them because I just use them so much. So here you can see I'm still bound and determined to use the rest of that sticker sheet, and I kind of keep it laying there for a bit thinking that I'm going to use the rest of it, but I think that's all that I end up using from that sticker sheet, and I have a few left over. So there's my thread. You can see that I've popped it with some glue dots onto my layout, and that's gonna finish that up. I have now stuck down that metal pin that I cut the back off. I use glue dots for that as well. They're super sticky, so I know it's not gonna go anywhere. This little collection here, I'm gonna pull some little pieces off of that. I still feel like it's lacking something at this point, so I'm just trying to add little bits here and there. I'm gonna stamp my date over here on the left to finish that part off while I have that out on my desk. And then I'm gonna put that away. And then I feel like it's still kind of lacking something, so I'm gonna actually go in and add some white splatters with some white acrylic paint. So I'm just gonna cover up my photos just with some of the packaging here that's laying on my desk, and that way I don't get any splatters on my photos. And then I'm just gonna scatter these little white splatters just in a couple of spots around my layout, just to kind of make it more me and kind of fill in the layout a little bit. I like a lot of stuff on my layout, a lot of kind of a lot of texture, a lot of things, a lot of embellishments. So I'm gonna go in and keep adding to that by adding a whole bunch of sequins yet, and then that's pretty much gonna finish this one off. I do use my left hand for my glue, as you can see, and then I add them on with my right hand. It seems to go a lot faster that way for me. But I like to use that Nuvo glue, or Thermoweb also has a clear Ultra Bond glue that I like to use for those sequins. So here's the finished layout, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to check out the other creators down below in the description to see who's playing along today. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.